over here recording us live now for Facebook Live. If our listeners have questions for Cindy, Christopher, Nasko, or Stan, or myself, you can call in at 702-257-5396. That's 702-257-KDWN. Today's topic is aging in place, and we're talking with Cindy and Christopher about this. Tell us some more about the home you built. Tell us what you like about the home you built in the lakes. What is it that's unique that you might not find in a typical home that someone like myself could remodel into my home?
And this is maybe doesn't have that much to do with the aging part of it, although I've always liked a very open floor plan. And so this does help in that regard too. I like to take advantage of any views, because I did build in Colorado too, and we had some fantastic views there of mountains and everything. So that's upmost in your mind. Take advantage of what you have out there. We happen to be on the lake, which is just beautiful view that we have, and a lot of people comment on our house that we've got all the windows and everything, facing. I tried to make sure every room in the house had pretty much a view of the lake as it wrapped around, because we're on it like a little peninsula thing there. And I just wanted it to be a comfortable home. I'm not a contemporary person, and I know so many of the homes, even our own company is leaning towards very contemporary, but I like a country feel. And people that come in our house always say, oh, it's so comfortable. And I have beams in the ceilings, and so it has a bit of a country flair to it, which is nice. Single level, of course, it's got to be that. And it's a great room concept. I don't like living room or family rooms. I want all my living in this one area, comfortable TV, fireplace, everything right there. And as I say, very open, so it is pretty much, if you look around, wheelchair accessible. I thought, as I do get older, gosh, what happens? I remember about 20 plus years ago, I actually broke my ankle and had to get around in a wheelchair for a while. So what if I had a situation, I want to be able to stay in my home. So this was important that in most every room I can get around in, which was important.
You talked about,
kitchen too.
Excuse me. You talked about wider doors. How wide are the doors in your homes?
Oh boy, I didn't tape them when they're pretty wide, at least 32, 36 inches or something for the doors. I mean, there's a few rooms in there that maybe don't comply too much, but for the most part, I would say 85% of the house is easily accessible.
So your bedroom, kitchen, dining room doors
Absolutely.
are all 36 inches wide,
Yeah.
probably. What's the typical width of a wheelchair? Any idea?
Oh dear.
I don't know.
You got me there. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure
You're an
either.
architect. You should know this. You're designing homes based on how 32 inches wide?
Ah.
Your husband just rescued you.
All right. Okay, there you go. 32 inches.
He's not in studio, but he's in there with our engineer, Rob, best engineer in the building.
All right.
Thank you for that. So if you've got a 36-inch or 32-inch wheelchair, a 36-inch door is going to accommodate that. So you want to consider that if you're building a new home or remodeling a home, or no doors at all. Archways, nothing's wrong with that. I always wonder, why do we have to have all these doors?
Well, the only doors actually in the house are to the bathrooms, which of course you'd want, and
Probably.
to the guest rooms. And we have 2 French doors going into our bedroom. And that's basically the only doors when you go into our bedroom. We're open to our bath area and to our closet. There are no other doors in our bedroom once you come through the 2 doors going into our bedroom. There's no doors any place else. We do have a door going into the pantry. It's a pretty good sized wide door though. But the whole great room, the dining room, the breakfast nook, coming around from the entry hall, going down the one hallway towards the other rooms, they're all no doors or anything. It's all totally open. Yeah, which is nice.
It's a good idea. I like that too.
Yeah.
Okay, what else have we got? How about in the kitchen? What are you doing? I know you said something before. I can't quite remember what it was about. How you accommodate in the kitchen?
Still very wide. We have a counter bar in the kitchen, sets out. with a very nice large wooden top, and which we have bar stools on one side. I like one level. You know how a lot of them are like you sit up high, and we like to spread the newspaper out in the morning, so we like the one, all one level and everything.
Single level counters.
Single level, level count, and plenty of room to get to the refrigerator, come around, get to the sink and everything, go over to the breakfast nook, come around again. Behind our counter bar is the oven, so to keep dishes in there and everything. So everything's easy to get to. We have a lot of little shelves on each side of our counter bar area with bowls and things, easy to get to and lift off and everything. So yeah.
So lower cabinets with the dishes and whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's a good plan too.
A lot of pull-out shelves too with different things. Yeah.
And then your typical living space, you're going to be in your living room or great room
It's a
or
great
family room
yes.
or great room. What kind of accommodations in there do you have for?
Well, we have it furnished with two sofas, not a sofa love seat, but two actual sofas, and then we have our television set that we can look at, and then we have a fireplace on the other side. Okay, I shouldn't say the other side, but you can see the fireplace and the TV from both of our sofas, and we've got two other chairs in the room too. They're kind of out a little bit, nothing's up against a wall because we have glass sliding doors going all the way across the back, which look out to the lake, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And then tables usually behind the sofas too, which accommodates some lamps and whatnot. I see so many homes with very few lamps around. Well, we like to sit and read, so you want to be able to turn on a lamp, and yeah, and a lot of bookcases too. Yeah, so it's very comfortable home for us. Because anytime you design a home, you want it to be comfortable. What do you like to do? What's your leisure time? And yeah.
And what are some of the things you think outside of what you've already said that makes it actually just comfortable, inviting?
I think, believe it or not, the decor that I use, people, really like. I call it elegant country. Okay,
elegant country.
That's the best way to describe it. It's got a very comfortable feel to the house, and I've had many people tell me, "Oh, I love your home. It's so comfortable feeling." It's not sparse by any means. We have a lot of, I have a lot of pictures, frames of, friends and relatives around, and books around, and people can wander and look at what are we reading, that type of thing, and different flowers and stuff, little, a lot of wooden, like my coffee tables, a little more antique-y looking, not antique, but a country wooden coffee table. And I'm not a believer in everything has to match this table, everything is a little bit eclectic and unique, and it gives it an interesting look. Yeah.
Good. Christopher, you have any additions there?
The thing I noticed with her house is it is very warm and inviting too, which is another thing that I can tell she likes in her design ideas. It's very warm and yeah.
So I gotta believe that colors have something to do with that as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Although my sofas are just an off-white, but then I have different color, pillows, throw pillows on them too, that I change out in the seasons too, a little more spring look in the spring and summer, and then I go to a little more heavy, burgundy. My favorite colors, I think, are burgundy and dark green and stuff, so I have a lot of that in the house. I have an area rug, even though my house is carpeted. I know a lot of people like tile and a lot of people like wood. I would take wood over tile, because I like to walk around barefoot, and tile is sometimes cold, Wood is nice, but I did the house in carpet, okay? And then on top of the carpet, I even have an area rug underneath my sofas, which kind of wraps around a little bit, gives it in a green color, gives it a little interesting look to it. And I've got a chair in there that's got a little bit of a multi-color print to it with an ottoman on it. And so that's kind of my colors. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
and
you're welcome.
We're going to talk more about aging in place on Shades of Green on KDWN. We'll be right back after this break.